NFL fans, rejoice! Football is back. I'm Mr. D, and I have your Week 1 Madden 17 predictions. Will your team start off the season with a victory? Let's put them on the virtual field and find out. Thursday night sees a rematch of Super Bowl 50. Denver will see how they can fare without Peyton Manning and mount themselves on the shoulders of their dominant defense. Carolina will try to avenge their Super Bowl 50 loss. It's a battle of two high-powered defenses in which Madden has the Broncos winning a pretty even game, with the Broncos defense giving them the edge. Game 2 of Week 1, our first Sunday game, sees the Bills at the Ravens. The Bills and their young quarterback Tyrod Taylor will try to go into M&T Bank Stadium and steal a win. We gave Madden the controls, and it determined that the Bills will edge out the Ravens in what will end up being a pretty evenly played game that would ultimately be determined by one takeaway. Game 3. Houston will try to protect home field against Chicago. We asked Madden if J.J. Watt could help his team start the season with the win, and it predicted that they would, with the Texans defense holding the Bears to only 165 passing yards and a decent 91 yards, which ultimately would not be enough to get the victory. Game 4 has Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers beginning their Super Bowl run in Jacksonville. The Jaguars will have to compete against a healthier, lighter Eddie Lacy. And Madden 17 determined that it would be too much, having the Packers winning 35-21 and a lot of touchdowns on the board. Our fifth Sunday game has Mike Evans and Julio Jones looking to lead their team to victory as the Bucs head to Atlanta. We let Madden crunch the numbers, and it predicted that the Falcons' high-powered offense would be too much for the young Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Bucs have a big day on the ground though, but just couldn't put the ball in the end zone enough. Game 6 features two new-look offenses on display as Cleveland visits Philadelphia. Robert Griffin III looks to get a win for his new team against rookie Carson Wentz. But Madden 17 says otherwise, having the Eagles win big 30-9, with both defenses taking advantage of the new quarterbacks, combining for a total of 6 takeaways. Next, we have Andy Dalton facing off against Ryan Fitzpatrick. The Jets are at home for this one, and we asked Madden, would that be enough to steal a win from one of the NFL's most complete teams? And Madden determined that it would not, having the Bengals put up a 40-burger, embarrassing the New York Jets in front of their home fans. A big second quarter and a strong defense ensured a win for the Bengals. Madden also predicts a big game for Andy Dalton with over 300 yards passing. Next up is the Vikings versus the Titans. Minnesota will look to lean heavily on their future Hall of Famer Adrian Peterson against an optimistic Tennessee team which looks to display their own high-powered running duo and their sophomore quarterback Marcus Mariota. We asked Madden 17 who would win between these two competitors, and it determined that the Titans' defense would not have enough to keep up with the Vikings' ground game, losing big at home 34-3. Adrian Peterson running for a staggering 224 yards, and the Vikings defense being too much for the second-year quarterback, tallying a total of 4 takeaways. Our 8th game of the day sees 2 evenly matched teams in the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Diego Chargers. Both will look to their tight ends to have big games, as well as solid performances on the ground and on defense. The Chiefs are at home in this one, but Madden has the Chargers kicking a last-minute field goal to steal the win. A strong showing from Phillip Rivers will ultimately outshine Jamal Charles' impressive performance as the Chiefs start the season with a loss. And in our last 1 o'clock game, we have the Raiders against the Saints. The Raiders come in very optimistic, selling out all their preseason games with hopes that Derek Carr will be more than just a one-hit wonder. Unfortunately though, Madden has the Saints coming out on top in an overtime thriller, 27-24. A solid day from Drew Brees, which saw him make no mistakes, will be enough to send Oakland into Week 2 seeking a win. Our first 4 o'clock game sees the Dolphins facing off against a menacing Seahawks team. New coach Adam Gase will have a tough battle ahead of him as he tries to secure his first Miami win at one of the loudest stadiums in the NFL. The Dolphins are the first and only double-digit underdog this week, and we asked Madden if it was justified, and the answer was a resounding yes. Seattle over the Dolphins, 38-13. The Seahawks jump out early with a strong first half, and the defense never lets up, forcing 4 turnovers and only allowing 276 yards from the Dolphins' offense. At 4:25, Matthew Stafford is scheduled to face off against Andrew Luck in what some are expecting to be a high-scoring game between 2 established play callers. Both teams enter with playoffs expectations, but which will start off with a win. According to Madden, Andrew Luck and the coach will stave off a late push from the Lions and hold on to a Week 1 victory, 27-20. Both teams are predicted to have pretty average games, both offensively and defensively, with the Lions tallying 1 more takeaway than the Colts. Our final 4 p.m. game has Odell Beckham Jr. and the New York Giants matching up against Dez Bryant and a Romo-less Cowboys team. Get your cameras out for this one, because when either one of these two are on the field, the amazing is bound to happen. The Cowboys are looking to feature their star running back heavily in hopes of opening up downfield connections between fan favorite Dak Prescott and Dez Bryant. Madden has this one going down to the wire in a virtual toss-up game in which the Giants come out on top 27-24 thanks to a late field goal as the clock expires. Both quarterbacks will put on the show with 200 plus passing yards, but the Giants' run game will give them the edge. And then we have our primetime game Sunday night against 2 Super Bowl contenders, the New England Patriots and the Arizona Cardinals. The Patriots defense will have to show up big in this one as their star quarterback Tom Brady sits for his suspension. Carson Palmer will look to lead a strong Cardinals offense to their first victory in the 2016 season. But according to Madden 17, that victory will not come in week 1. The Patriots defense being too strong, holding the Cardinals to just 13 points in what will be a defensive battle. New England kicks their way to a victory again over the Arizona Cardinals, 19-13. And then it's time for some Monday Night Football. The Pittsburgh Steelers ready their playoff run against the Washington Redskins. All eyes will be on Antonio Brown and Josh Norman in this one, as both battle for bragging rights to see who gets the last laugh. Expect a lot of jawing and even a few pass interference calls in what Madden predicts to be a pretty evenly matched game, with the Steelers dropping one on the road 33-21. A lot of touchdowns scored in this one, and much of it because of the Redskins' defense and a solid running game. The absence of Le'Veon Bell will be too much for the Steelers to overcome. And for the final Week 1 NFL game, we have the Los Angeles Rams. Yes, Los Angeles. Football has made its way back to LA. They face their in-state opponent, the San Francisco 49ers, in what is predicted to be more of a game of spectacle than substance. All cameras will be on second-string quarterback Colin Kaepernick and his pregame actions while welcoming the City of Angels back to the NFL. On the field, both teams will depend heavily on their running backs, Todd Gurley and Carlos Hyde. In the end, the controversy and bright lights proved to be too much for the 49ers as they dropped their first at home, 27-7. Statistically, both teams look to be pretty even, but the Niners' inability to convert in the red zone sealed their fate in this one. Do you think Madden 17 got it right? How many did it get wrong? Comment down below and let us know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe for more Madden NFL predictions every Wednesday, and check us out on Tuesday to see the results. Thanks for watching.